He was born with a name revered across empires. A Muslim scholar, a spiritual authority, a man expected to defend tradition. But on a night of trembling silence, a voice whispered into the deepest part of his soul, "I am the light you have been searching for." And in that moment, everything he believed shattered. He entered the world as Mehmed Effendi, a name woven with heritage, expectation, and centuries of Islamic tradition. Raised in the heart of the Ottoman Empire, he grew under the weight of ancestry believed to descend from the Prophet Muhammad himself. Every elder who looked at him saw destiny. Every teacher who trained him saw potential. Every prayer he memorized carved deeper the path others had chosen for him. But inside, behind the calm dignity of a young scholar, lived questions that refused to die. He studied the Quran with extraordinary discipline, learning its rhythms, its arguments, its promises. Yet the more he read, the more a quiet longing stirred, a longing for certainty, for peace, for a God whose voice did not merely command, but spoke to the soul. He buried those thoughts, fearing they were dangerous, even sinful. But the human heart cannot silence what heaven is trying to awaken. As he grew older, his mastery of theology and languages made him respected beyond his years. People came to him for answers. But late at night, he sat alone, wrestling with the questions he himself could not answer. Why did the God he served feel distant? Why did his prayers echo back empty? And why did his heart whisper that truth was waiting somewhere beyond the boundaries of everything he had been taught? A proverb formed inside him, quiet but persistent. A soul that thirsts for truth cannot live on borrowed answers. His inner struggle intensified when he encountered Christian writings, not through missionaries, but through his own academic curiosity. At first, he read only to refute. But the words of Jesus carried a tone he had never seen. Words filled with authority, tenderness, and impossible love. "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest, the very thing his soul had been starving for. Days became nights of hidden reading. Nights became silent confrontations with the deepest parts of himself. The more he pushed away, the closer the truth pressed in. One evening, the internal battle became unbearable. His mind raged with fear of betrayal, fear of dishonor, fear of death, because conversion in his world was not a choice, it was a sentence. But truth does not negotiate with fear. Truth demands surrender. In the stillness of that night, as he knelt with trembling hands, he whispered a desperate prayer. "God of truth, if you are real, speak to me." What happened next changed everything. A profound peace, gentle yet overwhelming, filled the room. Not a feeling, not an imagination, a presence, a holy stillness that wrapped around his spirit like divine arms. And in that sacred silence, the words rose inside him with unmistakable clarity. "Follow me." That moment became the turning point of his life. Fear melted into awe. Confusion dissolved into revelation. The God he had searched for had stepped into his heart with a love that made every doubt collapse. He surrendered, completely, fully, irrevocably. He was baptized and took the name Johannes Avetaranian, symbolizing the new life born inside him, a name that carried light, meaning the father of the good news. But transformation always invites opposition. From that day, the cost began. He faced threats from those he once taught. Relatives disowned him. Authorities pursued him. He lived on the edge of danger, moving from place to place, carrying only faith as his shield. Yet every step forward revealed the truth of a timeless lesson. He who walks in God's calling walks in a protection no enemy can pierce. Instead of hiding, he preached. Instead of retreating, he translated the Bible into Turkish so millions could read the words that had changed his own soul. Every page he translated felt like planting seeds across a land hungry for hope. Miracles followed him, open doors, divine escapes, hearts transformed by his testimony. His life became a testament that God does not just save, he repurposes. Years passed, but his passion burned brighter. He preached Christ with clarity, compassion, and unshakable conviction. His words carried weight because they were forged in suffering and illuminated by encounter. Near the end of his life, he often said, "I searched for truth with my mind, but truth found me with his love." His story remains a living testimony that God still calls men from darkness into marvelous light. A reminder that destiny is not found in birth, tradition, or expectation, but in the moment a human heart finally says, "Yes, Lord, I am yours." And like a lantern placed on a high mountain, his legacy continues to shine, inviting seekers, encouraging wanderers, and declaring to every soul who hears his name, no life is too bound to be set free. No heart is too distant to be found. If this story touched you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs hope. And tell us your own testimony in the comments.